All right, we just got back from a little intermission.
Thanks.
We're on the biographical chapter of God in the God in the world. Dad just accidentally kicked me with his little foot because we're
Okay, so
we're
this
in the
is,
studio
this is
and
yeah. How do you like my fish tank? Pretty nice, huh?
it's hard to get real clear on this though.
And as you see, I have a lot of very sea things like my this. This is from
All right,
the
babe.
late 1970s, early 80s when I worked in a place called Defender.
All right, let's stay on point, babe.
What?
We gotta stay on point, or we'll never get through it. All right, you ready? I'm sorry. Anyway, next question. All right, where we left off was your most spiritual moment.
You know, I can't say that anything of the most or least at all about spiritualism. You know, a spiritual moment. Uh, I can't just say one. You know, what spiritual moment? Let's see. Jeez.
How about this? Can you recall any special spiritual moments?
Like a little better now.
Just come on, focus, babe.
Any spiritual moment. You know, all I can think of is yes. Spiritual moment was when I was sleeping in a cardboard box in Davenport Park, and I was about 15 years old. And Davenport Park is a park in New Rochelle, and it's on the rocks, Long Island Sound. And I went on these rocks, and I found a cardboard box, a big cardboard box, and it was like in February or something in New York, and it's freezing. God, it must have been 0 degrees opposed to 21 degrees or under, you know. And I was thinking, and that was a spiritual moment because I asked God to protect me, to help me
That's
through
cool.
the night. Being, and I was also very hungry. I hadn't eaten anything but probably 3 Snickers all day. You know, Snickers really are good for homeless people.
You know, that makes me recall something I learned about fasting.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and
yeah.
The reason for fasting, it's kind of spiritual, and
Yes.
that's why
Fasting.
you recall that,
That,
you know.
thanks. It helps me reflect on that too.
Yeah.
And fasting is so spiritual.
Yeah, it really
I've
is.
done many different kinds of fasts, and I feel much better when I don't eat too much food. I've got to eat a little because I am now diabetic and I have high blood pressure and things. I got to watch myself. And I'm 68 years old. You know, I'll be 69 November 11th.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, next on here. Do you recall the last excuse me. Do you recall the last time you were in a house of worship?
Yes. May I take my hat off for a moment?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. Last time that I was in a house of worship, it's been that long that I have to think about it. There you go, right there, right? But
Yeah.
you know, the thing is, I often go to church, and I don't think I'm. Oh, but that's my little baby there.
Pumpy.
Yeah, she's gone now. All right, please.
Hi, Pump. Say hi.
Pumpkin. Pumpkin the cat. That's Pumpkin.
Come
the
here.
Cat. Now she is the most spoiled little princess of the cat.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
That you love me. Come here, baby. Daddy loves you.
Go to Daddy.
Thank you, baby. That's my girl right there.
She's pretty spiritual.
Now that's a spiritual cat.
Yeah.
Come on. Come
Oh,
up here. See the fish feather.
they have such a
Now
connection.
these are coconuts, by the way, that we have. A coconut here and a coconut here. They were given to us by some folks that we bumped into yesterday when we were taking a walk. We were walking we walked down Dixie and back, and I guess it was about 2.5 miles. But then we started cutting through the alleys, which are parallel to Dixie Highway as we headed north. And we were in an alleyway, and there were these nice people there giving away coconuts that had beautiful coconuts.
They were so nice. They said, "Hey, you guys want some coconuts?
Hey, they wanted to
You want 5 of
They could
them?"
have given us 5 or 10 coconuts. Believe me, they would have given. But we were walking, so
And they're perfectly ripe with all the juice in
perfectly
it.
ripe.
Man, they're so perfect.
Right. So we'll have fun with those pretty soon. But
That's a good thing in life. I want to be that kind of person that gives what you have to other people, you know?
yeah. But that was a spiritual moment, and
Yeah.
I even heard the rats on the rocks. They're running on the cardboard that I was in.
When you were homeless as a teenager?
Yeah. So
Did they ever bite you?
no. They couldn't bite me because I was well protected. I wore a lot of clothes, a lot of layers, and I had that cardboard box. That's why I used the cardboard box to break the wind and to keep the rats off of me.
Now, the cardboard box, did you take it with you everywhere or just leave it in one little spot?
I probably took it around for a couple of spots for a day,
And then you
maybe,
got new cardboard, right?
for a long time, you know. But but I didn't always sleep. I didn't always sleep in cardboard boxes on rocks.
Right.
Okay, I did. That was just that one moment there. I probably did it 1 or 2 more times.
All
I got
right.
some stories, boy, I could tell you.
Okay. So next thing on here, this chapter of God and the world, it says, "Death is fill in the
Something
blank
going on in the
world today, and I don't know what it is."
Coronavirus, fuck you.
No, babe, fill in the blank. Death is.
Death is?
Yes.
The end.
Good answer, man. Good answer. All right, and how?
Of one
Wow,
life.
and you know it's funny that
One
you.
life.
It's funny that you said that because the next question on here is, how you picture the end of the world.
You know, I don't know. To try to picture the end of the world is saying that you think it's going to end a certain way.
Right.
I don't know how it's going to end. I know
It's the
many
most
different
intelligent
things.
answer.
I know many different stories and ways and scientific ways to look at it, and non-scientific and religious and cultish ways. You know, I really don't know.
Okay. Now this is a yes or no response that we need on.
Okay, I'll put my hat on.
God has spoken to you. Yes or no?
Yes.
If yes, what did God tell you?
None of your fucking business.
No, for real?
I'm only kidding.
Oh,
I'm just
ouch.
kidding around.
Okay.
Just kidding. But you know what? God spoke to me many times. So I can't just go ahead and say, "Oh, He told me."
Right.
No, He said at different times when I needed His word.
Yeah.
I open the book. I open the good book.
I know when God speaks to me, it's more of just a knowing in my spirit.
In fact,
you know.
The book that I wanted to really show you on this video is in the other room, but this is a beautiful book here. I am the way, the truth, and the life. John 14:6.
Beautiful.
This is a cover for a Bible that I have.
That's cool. All right, so these next set of questions here, and this is the last page of this chapter on God and the world.
Okay.
These all require a yes or no response.
Sure.
They're not exactly all. Well, you'll see. All right, so, Mr. Dariano, do you feel that most wars started because of religious conflicts?
Most wars, huh? No.
All right.
No.
Does life exist on other planets?
I hope so.
Okay. Have they made contact with us?
I hope so.
All right. Do you believe we are descendants of Adam and Eve?
No.
Okay. Do you believe in evolution?
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe in astrology?
Yes.
All right. Do you read your horoscope?
No.
It says if yes, why, but that would be non-applicable. All right. Have you ever been treated by a psychotherapist?
I don't know what you call them all, but that's just a terminology. I mean,
Yeah.
they're all psychologists to a sort, whether they're psychiatrists, psychoanalysts, psychotherapists,
Psychotherapist.
or anything, you know. So,
A
but yes,
brain therapist.
I definitely have.
Okay.
But was the word treated or
Have
talked
you
to?
ever been treated by a psycho? You ever
Um,
been treated by any
I
kind of
think
mental person?
absolutely, yes.
Okay. All right. If yes, why?
Well, the most vivid reason or that I really got one last time was when my son was I lost my son, and I don't want to talk about negative, depressing things, you know, but I lost my son mm, through a tragic matter, and from that, it caused a lot of trauma. You know, when you lose your first son of four kids, your first, not son so much, the first child, I should say, because it doesn't matter if it was a son or a daughter, the child is a child, and a child of God. And so I was with me. In fact, there it is. This is in memory of my son, Daniel.
In memory of Daniel. And when you were born, before you were adopted, your name was Daniel.
Yeah, that's why I named him Danny, actually, yeah, because,
That's so cool.
I guess.
Okay. Do you believe in reincarnation?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If reincarnation.
Well, you know what? I just want to say one thing. I know you have questions there.
It's okay.
But reincarnation to me is like a metamorphosis, just like a butterfly, a worm. You know, I think that we all go through different cycles and changes in our lives, and through different doors, I should say.
You know what? I think that reincarnation is more of a scientific fact than some big thing that people make it out to be. And the reason
Mm-hmm.
I think that
Mm-hmm.
is because when you die, you turn into dust. When you turn into dust, you're buried, you become dust. And the dust, plants are planted and grow, and they're nurtured through the dust. So the plant grows, someone else eats the plant. The person that ate the plant may create another human through the nutrients that came from the plant. The
Mm-hmm.
mother
There you
might
go.
give birth.
That's right.
That's a scientific form of reincarnation. It
That's
doesn't
right.
have to be all this major religious kind of thing or opinion or
Right.
anything. I see it as more of a scientific thing. That's just me. All right, and then if reincarnation does exist, you would like to come back as what?
Mm. Um, you know, you can come back not only as a life form,
Mm-hmm.
you can come back as a non-life form.
Really? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah. Why do we have to come back? The reason why people think that we have to come back in a life form, or the analogy that if we reincarnate or metamorphosize, that it has to be an animate object. It could
Or a
be an
plant?
inanimate object. You could be reincarnated as a piece of dust.
Yeah.
Okay, you could be reincarnated as this coral
Yeah.
in the sea.
What would you pick if you could pick?
If I could pick, I'd like to come back as probably a whale. this whale right here. It's a blue whale, the largest mammal in the world, on Earth, is a blue whale.
Look at that. That's cool.
And that's what I'd like to come back as.
That's cool. All right, so that's enough out of tonight's biographical session with
Thanks a
Mr.
lot.
Leonard Dariano,
Okay.
musician, father, husband, well-loved man that we all
Poet.
look up to. Lyricist, songwriter, poet. All right, closing words for the night, babe.
Okay. Closing words for the night. Sauntering centuries, moments of time, toss me a taste of what we've left behind. Send me a telegram, drop me a line. Don't fax me. You can find. Give us a reason to break people's heart. Ask us a question and we'll tear it apart. Give me the answer to finish the start. Just one part. Just one part of your bloody red lies. Rip open my eyes, rip open my thighs, and answer my children's society sighs. And it's like living a reason that just dies and dies and dies and dies and dies. Give us an answer so easy to see. Give one to you and I'll give one to I'll take one for me. And I'll give you more than this moment could be if you just live inside of our drama. Is that it?
Awesome. I'm going to say I've only written a few things in I'm not a songwriter, but I did write this poem once that came to me all at once like a flood. And I thought of it because of like Marilyn Monroe. I know that's so overplayed, but it came to me.
Mhm.
And it goes, broken trust and love unknown, too cliche, a heart of stone, empty words and shallow gazes, her rise and fall on platform stages, forced to act her life a role, undestined to be here, and bearing no soul. Little Girl Blue. Good night, everybody. We
Good
love
night.
you.